Welcome to Refashion Your Life. I'm Megan and Pyrah.
And I'm Chalyce Hadley.
And we want to invite you to take the journey with us to revamp, restyle, and refashion you. Have you ever thought about what you think about? I know we mentioned a little bit about that in our, I think it was week 3 in our purpose video, that what you're thinking about and what you're spending your time on, you know, is what your focus is, and you know how you're spending your time. But are you thinking about what you're thinking about? Are you paying attention to the good thoughts and the negative thoughts and the different types of thoughts that are in your head? And that's kind of what we wanted to talk about today. Recently, Chalyce and I attended a women's conference where one of the speakers, a Christian gospel singer named Hillary Weeks, and she told of an experiment that she did last year with a clicker. I'm going to put the link to her video in the blog post. So go ahead and visit brassapple.com so you can see that video. I don't want to give it away, but in a nutshell, she focused on her negative thoughts and her positive thoughts. And with this clicker, she did a really cool experiment about how many good thoughts that she had and how that influenced the way that she felt about herself and just affected so many other people around her. And she also, the flip side of that video is what happened when she focused on her negative thoughts. So without giving any more away, I want you to pop over to her link and to watch that video. It's well worth it. It's a really great story and experiment. So I want you to think about what you are thinking about. Where are you focusing your thoughts? Are you being negative about yourself and the way that you look and what you're doing and what you're not doing, and guilt? And I think any time that we want to make a change, which is what we've been talking about these last 6 weeks, is just trying to make a change for the better, whether that's physically or inside. Anytime we want to make a change or do something different, that fear and self-doubt creeps in, and we need to be able to recognize that so that we can replace it with a positive thoughts, because we don't want to get ourselves down. So from the experiment that Hillary Weeks did, I came home from that conference and created a little family activity for our family where we had talked about the power of our thoughts and how it can control how we feel about ourselves and others around us, and how it can also empower us when we focus on those good things. So we did a little family lesson on that, and then we also showed this cutest YouTube video of this little girl who loves herself so much and loves so many things that she tells all these things to herself in a mirror. And again, I will give you that link too, because it's well worth the watch. So after we watched this video, I had each of my family members stand in front of a mirror and do the same thing that that girl did, and just tell all the things that they loved about themselves and all the things that they loved and appreciated. And it kind of got off to a slow start, but then each one kind of picked up speed. And if they didn't know what to say, we just kind of kept repeating what they had previously said, or gave them some prompts. Well, think about this, think about what you're good at, think about what you love to do. And before long, you're telling yourself in the mirror with yourself looking back at you all these things that you love about yourself. And it was a great hit. I even caught my daughter the next morning talking to herself in the mirror before she left for school, giving herself these positive affirmations. And that made me feel good as a mom, that she loved herself enough to tell her that in the mirror before she left. Kind of taken our lesson to heart. Now, Chalyce had done the same experiment with her family, and a few days after that was kind of having a rough day, and her little son that's 6 years old came up to her and said, "Mom, you need to go to the mirror and tell yourself 3 things that you love about yourself." And I just loved that, because he had implemented that already and knew that it was important, and that just kind of snapped her out of it and realized, you know what, there are blessings around me and just need to pull myself out of this. So our message for you this week is think about what you're thinking about. And I know I've said it a lot, but really do focus on the good, focus on the positive, get in front of the mirror like that cute little girl Jessica, and tell yourself what you love about yourself, especially maybe when you're getting up in the morning and you're like, ugh, I just hate my hair. Why can't it look like so-and-so or so-and-so? Okay, that's when you need to stop. And you need to look at yourself and say, you know what? Okay, I really love my eye color. And I love that I have long hair, or that I have short hair, or that I have hair. You know, recognize the blessings. If you have to start small and expound from there. And as you start to focus on the positive, it's going to make a big difference. So don't be afraid of change. When that self-doubt and fear creeps in, don't be afraid of it. Recognize it. That's the key. Recognize it and replace it with something good. And you'll get better at it and stronger. And I promise you, you're going to notice a difference.